Hello and welcome to Cheshire Audio. Now, you might be expecting an Iron 300 Atoll review, and you might be expecting the ND3 reviews that I promised, but true to form, I'm going off in a different direction because something's arrived. I've actually got some very interesting things ordered to be new demonstration stock, and the one that I thought was going to take the longest has actually just turned up, and it's behind me down here. And what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to do a sort of full review of this. I'm just going to do an unboxing and a little look round. I know what it sounds like anyway, but I'll do a review when I've actually run it in the shop and actually probably had a bit more time with it, to be honest. Why that light is flickering, I don't know. Doesn't seem to like the camera. It's probably LED, isn't it? Sorry, that's nothing to do with the review. Nothing to do with the review at all. Anyway, so here it is. What we got is a Rega Naia, which, as it says in the title, I think is probably going to be the second best turntable ever made. And I'll talk about what I think is probably the best turntable ever made later in the video. So let's get it unboxed and let's have a proper look at it. Quite excited, really. Okay, let's get it all opened up. Got a bit of tape to cut. Be fairly safe with you cutting this because it's sort of a further two boxes inside. If it's like a P10, it's got two more boxes inside, so you're not cutting into anything. Right, that's basic instructions as to how to pick it out of the box, which is useful. Now there's going to be two boxes in here. If it's like if it's like a 10, yeah, which are quite difficult to get out, to be honest. Getting your hand down underneath isn't easy. Yeah, there you go. Got it. I'll just push that out of the way for a sec while we do the actual turntable. Can you still see that? Just about. So, yeah, very similar to a P10, actually. In fact, the packing guide is plain a 10-stroke Naia. So, there you go. We've got the lid. A bit controversial, the lids. I think it works really well. I mean, this idea of sort of just a sit-on lid like that, that's been around for years. I mean, John Michelle have been doing it for years. Various others, Nottingham have got their own variation on it. The packing pieces on these are really clever. Everything slots into place. The trouble is when you put it all back together again, it's like one of these crazy jigsaw puzzles that never seems to quite make any sense. Now, I've ordered this without a cartridge, which may seem a little silly because you can buy at an advantageous price a Naia with the Aphelion cartridge, and you save quite a bit on it. I haven't done that because, and I'll explain. Try and concentrate when I'm doing this. What I tend to find, a little bit voice today. What I tend to find is when I'm doing demonstrations of P8 versus P10. Now my P8 has got an Anya on it, and my P10 has got a feature on it. People hear a massive difference between the two, and they say, "Oh wow, that's just fantastic, isn't it?" But that's mainly the feature, isn't it, on the P10? And it's well, no, it isn't. It's the deck itself is making the big difference. The cartridge is just the icing on the cake, really. So what I've done is I've ordered another feature for this, so we'll be able to do P10 versus Naia with the same cartridge. So what you're hearing is just the turntable. It's almost, I mean, it's kind of, because I'm buying it as a separate entity like that, it's not cost me that much different really to buying the package with the Aphelion on it, really. Well, I'm saying that doesn't make sense. Oh, yeah, no, not quite that close, but anyway, I should probably concentrate at this point. All right, cables. Let's put him out on here. Right, and counterweight is there. Now, somewhere under here, we've got the platter, which is there. Right, I should put some pack. Oops, I was taking them out with it. Very, very high quality felt mat on these. They, like the P10, it's a very, very fine, sort of very fine grade felt. Let's put that there. So that's all the bits out of the box. So I can get that. Should probably do this off camera, but let's put this sort of OCD thing about putting everything back. What I'll do, I'll stick the, I'll put the lid away because I tend just to never use those. Just leave it in the box. So we'll do that. And instructions, right. And we also need to get out the power supply, which is in the other box, which I think will just looks identical to the one on the P10. I should remember this, and I can't. I think it's pretty much a sort of improved version of the same thing, really. So let's have a look at that. Yeah. Leave the cable in. Same thing. I think it's an improved version, but it's kind of looks the same. It's still got the protective wrapping on the front. So we'll put that there. Okay, so I can kind of reassemble the box. I've actually been selling a lot of P10s recently. A lot, well, comparatively a lot, really. It's two within the last 7 days, I think it is something. She's pretty good. Right, let's get the camera across, have a bit of a closer look. So, can get the picture to come on. Counterweight, again, we've got the little, I'm assuming tungsten, ceramic brace. The better version of the tone arm, the 3000. I can't remember what the naming this actually. I'll look that up and put it underneath. Quite a complex looking subplatter with triple belt on there. Little bracing for the motor, and obviously we've got top plates and everything here in like a carbon fibre. Don't know much about the story behind the carbon fibre, but I mean, I think a lot of this is on the website. So. Yeah, I think there was some specific carbon fibre that they'd found or whatever. That I might be talking rubbish there. So yeah, a thing of beauty, to be honest. Let me just put the platter on. Let's put this. So see if I can adjust the camera without it all going wrong. There you go. Are you still in view? Just about. Yeah, it's definitely a heavier platter. Definitely a heavier platter. Because the point with the Rega is ultralight plinth, heavy platter. This is a flywheel. This is the thing that once it gets spinning, keeps the speed constant, stops all the fluctuations and things. And this needs to be lightweight to sort of reject vibration, acoustic vibrations, and actually physical vibrations through surfaces and things as well. So that's where a lot of the sound of the Rega comes from, really, is this sort of ultra lightweight principle, really. Looks like we've got a ceramic centre stub on that as well, actually, I think. Never noticed that before. Right, unless it's just might just be coloured to match, yep. What I should have done there is taken the mat off so I could actually see what I was doing better, but it went better than I thought. So yeah, there we go, there's the Naia. Like I say, we'll be running this up, fitting the cartridge, which has come as well, somewhere. Big chunky connector for the back of the power supply. I don't know what else there is to say about it, really. But yeah, I'm really excited about this one. And what I was saying about second best turntable ever, that's just been a bit naughty, really. I think, obviously, Rega would say, and they're probably right, that the Naiad is the best turntable ever made. From my point of view, I think there probably will be with the Naia. There'll be other turntables out there that will probably match it in certain respects. There'll be turntables that might beat it entirely. But even though this is an expensive turntable, I mean, there's no way you can argue that this is a cheap turntable. It isn't. It's not a cheap turntable. But the the area it's competing in is way up, even above the price of this. So if you look at some of the big VPIs, the top level, like the Sondex and all this sort of thing. What else? What's the other one? Brain's gone totally. But there's a lot of high-end stuff out there, which is wonderful, but 20, 30, 40,000 quid sometimes for turntables. Plus, really, if you look at Air Force Ones, they start at 22 now, I think, and go up to $250,000. Is it better than the Naia? Maybe, but well, you know, we'll see. I mean, I think the purity of the Rega is what makes it so good, and I think it's it is this less is more approach of Rega. Possibly some of the big brand, you know, the big high-end things have a bigger sound than the Rega, but whether they have the musical enjoyment, that's always the clincher for me. There's an awful lot of really high-end decks that you can hear. I'm not really out of breath. That you can hear everything on the record, but for some reason it doesn't grab you musically. It just doesn't. It sounds a bit cold. Whereas Regas never do that. They seem to be able to get all that information out, but still keep that warmth of musicality to it. That sort of thing that keeps you listening. So anyway, I'll get it all together. I'll do a full review of this, and I'm thinking what I might do, because I quite like the idea of sort of the ultimate small room system, and I was kind of waiting for this to come because I've got something else coming as well, which I think a pair of speakers that I think are wonderful, and I think that would be ideal for the small room system that I'll review on to do. I haven't decided what the amp is yet, although I've got an idea actually. But yeah, anyway, that's for the future. I'll stop it here. Hope you like this. Basically, this is going out to a customer for them because I've got a customer who is very into his system. He's got thousands of CDs. Never had a record player. He dabbled with streaming and didn't like it. Spent a lot of money on a streamer, and it's now on a shelf in the corner of his room because he doesn't like it. So he's very, very into CD. And he said, you know, probably I should try a record player. You keep going on about how good record players. I should probably have a go at this. So I took a P10 round to him, and it was sort of, oh, okay. I'm going to have to start buying records. So I think what his idea is mainly listen to CD, but for that special occasion, whatever, he's going to start to build up a collection of vinyl. It sounds crazy, but I mean, he's the sort of guy who does that sort of thing. He'll probably end up with a few thousand albums within a couple of years, knowing John. So we'll see. But he wants to hear the Naia because he was so bowled over by the P10. He said, I really need to hear the next one up because I think that's probably where I'll end up. So he may not be getting it straight away, but it's one of those things, just do the demo, put the seed in his mind, naughty, and that should do it, I would have thought, really. But yeah, and also I wanted one for Dem, so I'm babbling now. You can see the excitement. Anyway, I'll end it here. Don't forget to give a subscribe and a like. I will be doing the IN300 review, and I will be doing the ND3 review. It is fitted to a turntable. Have I listened to it? No, I haven't. I've had it running I've had it running quietly and sort of not connected to anything, just to bed the stylus in a little bit, but I've not actually done any more than that yet. I will see you in a future video. Thanks for watching.